You are 22 years old. You are standing outside the most powerful bank in the world, in a suit you bought 3 weeks ago and have worn 4 times since because you needed it to feel like yours before today. Today is the day. You badge in. The elevator rises. You have no idea what is coming. Analyst. Nobody tells you about the hunger. Not the ambition kind, the literal kind. You forget to eat, not because you're busy. You are busy, impossibly busy, but because somewhere around hour 14 of a Wednesday, your body stops sending the signal and your brain stops receiving it, and the only thing that exists is the slide deck and the comment your MD left at 11:47 p.m. that says, "This isn't quite right," without specifying what right looks like. You are 22. You earn $120,000. You work until the city outside your window switches from nighttime to early morning and back again without you noticing the transition. But here is what nobody mentions. You love it. Not the hours, the stakes, the feeling that the work you are doing, the models, the decks, the comps, is connected to something real and enormous and moving. You are 22, and you are inside the machine, and the machine is running, and you are part of why. You save $15,000 from your first bonus. Index fund. You do not touch it. Something someone told you once, a story about a man and a tax form, and a number that went the wrong direction. You put the money in, and you walk away. 3 years disappear. Associate. Business school teaches you the theory of everything you already did. You come back smarter on paper and identical in practice. But the title changes, associate, and the title is a door. Rooms that were closed are now open, barely, partially, enough to see inside, but not enough to sit down. You are 28. $175,000, a one-bedroom in the West Village with a brick wall view you have named Gerald. You manage analysts now. You remember being them. You try to be better than the people who managed you. You mostly succeed. You occasionally send a 1 a.m. email that says, "almost there," and means something closer to "start over." You are learning the shape of the game. You do not yet know how large the game is. Vice President. This is when it starts to feel real. You are 32, $450,000, a Tribeca condo that required a down payment that would have seemed like science fiction to you at 22. The VP title does something to a room. You walk into a client meeting, and the CFO across the table leans forward, slightly. Not a lot, just enough. The lean of someone recalibrating who in the room is worth listening to. You close deals. Your name goes on tombstones. You fly to cities and see them only from conference rooms and dinner tables and the particular darkness of a 6 a.m. car to the airport. You think, "I am doing this." You are. That thought will cost you something later. Executive Director. 34, $650,000, $1.1 million invested. The promotion is quiet, a conversation, a letter, 2 new words. But clients call you directly now. CEOs call you directly. People with more money than most countries call your number and wait for your opinion and adjust their thinking based on what you say. You have a financial advisor named Patrick who wears 3 suits in rotation and has made you more money than most people you grew up with will ever see. You are winning. This is the precise moment the story stops being about winning. Managing Director. The MD title arrives and you feel the ground change beneath you. This is the one. You knew it would be, and you were right. You run a coverage group. You sit across from CEOs of $40 billion companies and talk about their capital structures like you were discussing the weather. You fly to Riyadh, you have dinner in London, you take a breakfast in San Francisco and close a deal over eggs and the kind of handshake that moves markets. Your bonus, $1.2 million. Total compensation, $1.6 million. Investments, $4.2 million. The index fund from your analyst year, the $15,000 you left alone and forgot about, is worth $87,000 now. You think, I figured it out. You are about to find out what you actually figured out. Then comes the lunch. A client, a man named Tariq. Soup, good bread, the kind of conversation that feels like nothing and turns out to be everything. Tariq is not a banker. Tariq manages money for a sovereign wealth fund. He's calm in the specific way of someone who has never once sent a 1 a.m. email. He eats his soup at a pace that suggests he has never missed a meal due to a slide deck revision. Between the bread and the bill, he turns his phone towards you. A portfolio summary, clean numbers, institutional holdings. We own JPMorgan, he says, casual, like mentioning the weather, about $40 million in shares. You look at the screen. You nod, because you are a banker, and bankers nod at portfolio screens. But something moves in your chest. Not pain, recognition. Tariq's fund owns $40 million in JPMorgan shares. JPMorgan pays dividends to its shareholders. Those dividends come from JPMorgan's profits. The profits come from the fees on the deals. The deals you close. You have spent 18 years generating profits that leave the building as dividends and arrive in portfolios like Tariq's as passive income. $40 million in JPMorgan shares pays approximately $1.2 million in annual dividends. You earn $1.6 million, but you earn it the way you have always earned everything, with your body and your calendar and your missed dinners and your 1 a.m. emails and your flights to Riyadh and your breakfasts in San Francisco and closing deals over eggs and the kind of handshake that moves markets. You are earning everything the way you have always earned it. Tariq earns $1.2 million the way the index fund earned $87,000, by being still, by owning, by having placed capital inside the machine 18 years ago and then stepping back and letting people like you run it. You finish your bread. You pay the bill because you are the banker. Bankers pay the bill. You walk back to 383 Madison Avenue. You badge in. The elevator rises. You sit at your desk. You open the deal file. You begin to work. But the room is different now. Not the physical room, the conceptual one. The one where you have always believed the real work happened. You understood tonight that the real work, the work that compounds while you sleep, the work that earns while you travel, the work that grows without a single midnight email, that work does not happen on any floor of 383 Madison Avenue. It happens in the room where ownership lives. Tariq is in that room. You have been filling it for 18 years. The elevator is already on its way back down.